Alright, in this video I want to talk about readability scores. So there's two places in two different apps that we'll need to go to be able to check and improve the readability scores of our articles. So the first one is inside of the NeuronWriter. First of all, we'll see the SEO score. That's not the readability score, that is the SEO score. And for the MVP, the minimum viable product article that we're writing this for, this is a passing score. Anything with a 70 or above is a passing score. So to see the readability score, we'll click on this number here, or the little symbol, and we'll open up the content score checklist, and we'll just scroll down a little bit here, and here we can see a readability section, and you can see that right now this is at a level 46 for readability, and that is a high college score, and the average college score is a 32, so this means that the 46 is a little more difficult to read. I'm sorry, a little bit easier to read. In this case, if we click on the More button here, it'll give us an explanation of what the readability is. And 0 is the most difficult, and 100 is the easiest. So right now we're at a 46 readability score, which is pretty good, because our requirement for the MVP article is around 40. So that's good. So one other place that we need to go to check the readability that also checks grammar, to make sure that the sentence structure and the grammar is actually written in an easy to understand way, because we don't want to write our articles for doctorate level people to read, or scientists that can understand these hard words and complex sentences. We want to try to write our articles for a 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, maybe even a first level or two of college, 13, 14, to be able to have an acceptable article and that passes our MVP score. So again, we've got what we need here. We're around the 40. Everything's good. SEO score here is also good. What we need to do now is we need to check it in the other app, and that is called the Hemingway app. And what we'll do here to get that easily into the app is to go over here to these three little dots. We'll click on that, and we'll choose to export copy editor contents. This is the editor here, so we'll export all of that. And it's going to ask us how we want to export it. So really all we need to do to export that is to export it as formatted text, and it'll copy it to your memory, and we will be able to then copy and paste it into the Hemingway app. So I'll go over here to the tab called Hemingway, and you can see the address here, hemingwayapp.com, and we'll really just delete this and add our article. So right now it's showing just an example. So we'll go over here and we'll select that, and I'll hit delete, and then I'll just hit Control V on my keyboard, and that will paste in the article from the NeuronWriter that we just copied. And if you look over here on the right hand side, you'll see that the readability is at a level 10, which in this case is a passing score. We need to achieve at least a 14 or below. 14 is the reading grade level, I believe it's based on the United States reading levels. So right now it's based at a 10th grade reading level, which is really good. It says aim for 9, but in our case we're just working on an MVP copy. We can go for 14 or below. To be able to have an acceptable and approved article. So in this case, we don't really need to do anything except check it, check the score. If you want to check the more details here, you can see exactly word count, sentences, And the information over here on the right hand side will tell you really just how many sentences are very hard to read, and they're highlighted in red. If we scroll down, we can see, like here is one in red. We have phrases that have simpler alternatives. You could click on mouse over it and it will tell you that we can replace this word, or you go ahead and just use it. But again, we're already at a passing score, so we don't really need to do anything in this situation. But if we did, we could choose to replace it or omit it. And be careful, because sometimes it just deletes it and then the sentence doesn't make sense. It doesn't give you an alternative. So you'll need to go back to that alternative. I even see sometimes it actually will jump. For instance, let me try this one. If I say I want to use this one, yeah, see how it jumped up to the top now? Now I lost my place. Where was I? I have to go back down to where I was. But you can see here the cursor is still there, and it actually made that sentence now easier to read. It was red and it turned it to yellow, and now it just went from very hard to read to hard to read. So a little easier, but again, we're at a passing level, so it doesn't really matter. If you see the ones in green, those are the passive voice, and they suggest using the active voice. So in that situation, you would want to revise that with the use of active voice to be able to clear that error message here. And it tells us we have 11 of those in our entire article. So we could just keep going through the article and fixing things until we get to an achievable level of 14 or below. And in this case, since everything is correct, everything is good, we don't need to do anything. We don't even have to save this information. We can just close the browser. It'll say, hey, you're going to lose everything. That's perfectly okay. If we made changes, however, and we want to update Neuron, then we have to go back into our Neuron app and go to the section where we made those changes. Now, one word of advice is that if you copy and paste the entire thing from Hemingway back into Neuron, it is going to overwrite all of your pictures and all of your videos that you have added, even all of the links that you have put into the text. So if you are going to check this, I recommend you do this before you add in pictures, before you add in videos, and if you add in any links using the editor. For instance, in here, if you wanted to add pictures or you wanted to embed videos, or if you went in to add links, all of that information is going to be overwritten, so you just need to be aware of that. So I recommend before you add pictures and videos, you write the article first, check the scores right, check the readability score is passing here, copy, put it into Hemingway, check it here. Once you get the passing readability score here, then go back into Neuron and add in all of your sources, all of your reference material, all of your links to products, fact checking, all the fact checking that you did. If it talks about things in here with numbers and statistics, make sure you link to those. Add in your pictures and add in your videos. So that's it really for this video, and I'll see you in the next video.